One of the things I've been doing with my time while waiting to get together with you is make kippas for myself. This one is one where I have Hebrew writing and I have this patch. This is the patch worn by folks in the cavalry, the Union cavalry during the Civil War, and my great great grandfather was in the cavalry, so in honor of him, I got this patch, which I bought at Gettysburg, Maryland, at the site of the battlefield, which is now a national park, where they preserved that battlefield forever. And I added these words in Hebrew, which say in Hebrew, direct descendant of a soldier in the Civil War. Okay, now here's my most recent creation here. I put letters on the back of a shirt that I got at Walmart for $5. And by the way, this kippa I bought at Value Village for like $2.90. This hat, okay? And I added the patch maybe cost between $4 and $5. This material that I iron on here, I cut that out of what's called transfer material, like this. This is the transfer material. Happens to be black. This up here, this was gold. And I have a stencil for Hebrew letters. So I cut those letters individually out of transfer material like this with scissors. And first I draw them, and then I cut out where I draw. And this is not an expensive type thing, you know. People see me wearing it, they might think that I buy these things and I'm paying huge sums of money. No, the hat, $2.90. Now, let me say about the hat. I've learned that when I buy any kind of a hat from Value Village or Goodwill, from a thrift store, I've learned make sure to kill any possible lice in that hat before I even try it on. So what do? Well, I read online that if you subject lice to, I don't know, around 200 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes, they're dead. So when I buy a hat, the first thing I do is I take the hat, I put it in a pan of water, and I boil it in water for like 20 minutes. I boil it. The boiling point of water is, I think, 212 degrees Fahrenheit. I think that's what it is. So it's over 200 degrees, and so I boil the thing for 20 minutes, and I don't get lice, because in these thrift stores there can be lice. Okay, so you buy a hat for like $2, and then you got to buy the lice treatment that you're going to be putting on your head for weeks. And the lice treatment costs like $40, or that was like 20, 30 years ago. I did get lice one time, like 30 years ago, or 20 years ago, I got lice. And so the hat maybe cost $2. I still have the hat. Here's the hat I got lice from. If it's here on my rack, it was here. Oh, here it is. Here's the hat. This is the hat that I got the lice from. I bought this up at Value Village. It's a wool hat, a very nice one, good company and all, and very nicely made hat, very warm in the wintertime. I got lice from it. Well, I learned you're not saving much money or time. You get lice. It's a real bummer. So I never got lice again, and the reason is I boil these hats when I buy them. Now, here's what my latest project was. I bought this shirt at Walmart for $5. It's a short sleeve shirt, and like a couple weeks ago, I put my pen name Garden Earthark on it the way I used to spell Garden Earthark. I'm spelling it different now, but I put the Garden Earthark on the front using that transfer material. And today I put the name of my company, Edizione del Cuore, on the back. Now, you'll notice that I put two words on here. One is heart, when the heart means love, in reference to love in Korean. Just the first time I ever wrote in Korean. There it is. And I put the word for heart when it comes to love in Japanese here. Okay, I'll look these up online. Now, this word here, this is book in Hebrew, sefer, okay? And I don't know how to pronounce these words, to be honest. Okay, and anyway, there's my company name. Now, that used to be a registered company name, and I paid taxes on it, but no more am I trying to be a professional writer. So I don't. That's no longer a registered company name for me, and I don't claim any kind of business for myself when I do my taxes anymore. For years, I haven't done that. You know, it's not just now because I gave up. I said, "Look, I'm not going to be a writer. It didn't work," and so I closed down. I wrote into to where I had to register, stop registering my name, take it off, and so on, and you know, I stopped everything to do with that. So anyway, it's still the name of my company. You know, my fictional company as a writer. I made that up, Edizione del Cuore. It means edition of the heart. So I did that today, and I cut those letters out individually. And I got to say, cutting out those tiny symbols for Korean and Japanese, well, that was tough. But the toughest part was to get them in place on the shirt so that they would stay still, you know. For me to get them in place, man, they were jumping all over the place to try to get them in place. And, you know, sometimes you put the iron down on these things, and if you're not careful, little pieces like that, they'll move. And, well, if any of those symbols in those letters for Korean or Japanese move, right, you change the meaning of the word. you don't have the word at all. So I had to be very careful. The toughest thing about that shirt were those two little places where I have the Korean word and the Japanese word. That was the hardest part of putting the letters on this shirt. Well, I've also done this for clothing that my wife has, and I'll do it for you too. If you like a shirt, maybe that'll motivate you to get it. You have any shirts you like letters or symbols on, like a message? I can do that for you.